We are live on Zoom and Instagram. Welcome to those who are joining us on both fronts. We're just going to give people a minute's grace before we kick off. And I will explain what we're doing today. We're going to keep it really simple today. Do 2 blocks of work using a few different exercises, but they'll be fairly similar. We're going to use some isometric training today. So we're going to be doing some holds, and then we're going to be doing things that are a little bit more dynamic following that. Each work period is going to be 30 seconds long. We've got 3 exercises. So there'll be 90 seconds of work with 30 seconds rest, another 90 seconds of work with 30 seconds of rest. Scratch that, it's going to be 2 minutes of work because we've got 2 single leg exercises. So it is 3 exercises, an upper, a lower and a core. We'll do them isometrically first, and then we'll do a dynamic version of those and see how we get on with those. If you've got any external load that you want to use, that's great. Hi Martha, thanks for joining us. Then you can do it with weight, you can do this without weight. Okay, but we're going to have a bit of a warm up and then we're going to get straight in. It's only about 20 minutes of actual work today, and you can do the variations that allow you to get through that work. All right, so here we go. Just from a warm-up perspective, we're going to start flat on our backs, okay? So, starting on your back, all we're going to do is have our legs out in front, and we're just going to use one leg, keeping it straight, and we're going to swing that leg up to the ceiling to get a bit of a stretch into the hamstring. We're going to get 5 on one leg, and then 5 on the other. And 5. Once we've got 5 there, feet flat on the floor, and we're just going to lumbar roll each way. We've got 10 in total, so 5 on each side. Good. And then we're going to roll completely to one side, palms together, okay? And we're just going to open and come back. And we need 5 going one way, and then rolling around, and 5 on the other side. Awesome. Good, guys. Once we're through that, what you're going to do next is you're going to get into a press-up position. Then we're going to start with a few static inchworms. So all I want you to do is stay in that press position, keeping your legs straight, slowly walk your feet as close to your hands as you can. When you feel your hamstrings start to tighten, and get a bit of tension, walk back out and go again. You need 5 of these steps. In and out. Get a bit of a stretch and some mobility through your lower back, a bit of activation up and through your arms and shoulders. But once you're done, come down and take the knee, just straighten the hands out. And then we're going to go back into that press-up position. And this time we're going to assume a long lunge position, bringing right foot up to around outside your right hand, or anywhere close to that, depending on the mobility of your hip. The hand is nearest the foot to get off the floor, reach underneath the body, and a big turn and open to the ceiling. Get 5 of those. And you guessed it, we're going to do the same on the other side. So step that foot up outside the hand, somewhere close to it here is fine. Take the same hand off the floor, reach underneath the body and turn and open. Big rotation of the shoulders, guys, all right, not just the hand. Good. Then we're just going to hit a few press-ups, okay? We've got press-ups in the session today. So all we're going to do is just a few press-ups. You can do them off your knees if you need to, or up on your toes in a full press-up. And we're just going to press and touch the shoulder, press, touch the shoulder. 3 on each side. And then we're going to work our way up onto our feet. Good. Once your press-ups are done, we'll be up on the feet.
And we're going to work our way through some lunges. So we're going to start with a forward lunge. As we lunge forward, you're going to reach up to the ceiling and step back. Go 3 on one leg, and then switch and 3 on the other. As we're throwing the hands to the ceiling, the back knee drops to the floor, and I open out through that head. We're going to continue with the forward lunge. As I step forward into the lunge, I'm going to rotate over my front leg. So as I lunge on my left, I turn to my left and step back. 3 on each side. And then to finish off our lunge sequence, we're going to step into a side lunge. If I'm lunging out onto my left leg, my right leg stays straight. I'm going to reach down and touch my toe with my right hand, so opposite hand. I'm going to get 3 of those going one way, and then I'm going to get 3 going the other way. Perfect. Good job, guys. So that's our warm-up done. What we're going to do today is we're going to do some isometric work, which means that you're going to be holding certain positions. We're going to use a press-up. So we're going to hold low to the ground at the bottom of the press-up for 30 seconds. If you need to drop to your knees, you can do that, okay? From that, we're going to roll over onto our backs, and we're going to do what's called a hollow hold, okay? I'll explain that in just a second. We're then going to get onto our feet, and we're going to do a split squat hold, all right? So those movements are going to look like this. The press-up hold is exactly that. If I'm strong enough, I'm going to hold that press-up position, and I'm going to hover a few centimeters off the floor, and I'm going to hold. If I need to drop to my knees, I can do. So I might come in from a full push-up to drop into my knees if I need to. And I'm holding a few centimeters off the floor, okay? From there, you'll roll over onto your back. Now, a hollow hold, you start a hollow hold by lifting your head and shoulders off the floor and picking your feet up, okay? So we're engaging through the core, my lower back stays flat to the floor. From this position, if I'm strong enough, I'm going to start to lengthen out as long as my back stays flat to the floor. My lower back starts to raise off the floor. I'm going to shorten the lever until I can maintain that flat back. If you start shaking here, that's pretty normal, okay? But a full hold is extending arms and legs. Okay, we'll hold that for 30 seconds, and then we're up onto our feet. The transition time is very short, and then we're going to hold the split squat position. Okay, so a bit like the lunges we just did. Your knees, back knee's going to hover just off the floor. Most of the weight's going to be in that front leg. Notice my leg and torso angle. Okay, they're pretty straight, so I'm not sitting back on that back leg. I'm going to hold that. If you want to spice it up a little bit, you can do a rear foot elevated. That's going to load that front leg even more. If you want to hold a dumbbell, or we had someone last week holding a bucket full of stuff. All right, if you've got dumbbells or weights to hand, that's absolutely fine. But we're going to do 30 seconds on each leg. We'll then rest for 30 seconds, and then we're going to do those things dynamically. Okay, so we will then work. Our press-up variation is going to be a T press-up. What a T press-up looks like is I press and I turn at the top, down, and switch. And we're going to work through a press-up, which I can do on my hands and feet or on my hands and knees. Okay, so that's the press-up variation. When we come into the second block, our dynamic movement is going to be an air bike. So we've gone from holding this position. We're now going to go fingers on the temples, opposite knee to elbow, and we're going to rotate in and out of that position, okay? And then the split squat, rather than holding that position, what we're going to do today is we're going to jump in place and do 30 seconds of a jump here, and then we'll switch and we'll do 30 seconds of a jump on the other side. All right, and remember that's the front leg is the piston leg. That's the leg we're going to work, all right? So we've got a press-up hold, a hollow, split squat, hold left and right, 30 seconds of rest, then a T press-up, the air bike on the floor, and then our split squat jumps. We good? Awesome. Here we go then. We are going to start, guys, in 5 seconds. So down into the press-up hold. In 3, 2, 1, away we go. So we're a few centimeters off the floor. If you've got a bit of a shaggy rug like me, you might be getting a mouthful of the pile of the rug. But we keep our core switched on and tight. I'm pushing hard into the floor. I'm squeezing my quads. I'm squeezing my glutes. Everything stays tight. I want to make sure that my butt isn't sticking up in the air. And I want to make sure that I'm not sagging my hips down towards the floor. Good. 3, 2, 1. From there we roll over. And now we hold our hollow. Remember, you shorten that in as much as you need to. Keep our lower back flat to the floor, head and shoulders off, and lengthen where I can. Pointing the toes, reaching away overhead. Good, stay tight. Breathe in 3, 2, 1. We come on up. We're onto our feet into that split squat hold. If you want to do it rear foot elevated, you can. Okay, but I'm in a good long lunge position. My back knees drop towards the floor. I'm making sure most of the weight is through my front leg. So I'm not sitting on that back leg. I'm also making sure that my knee, hip and ankle make a nice straight line and I brace through the midsection. Good, get ready to switch in 3, 2, 1. We switch it over. Straight in and hold. Good, staying tight through the core. Making sure all the time I've got good load through that front leg. I'm not sitting too much onto the back leg. Stay strong and tight. Keep that back knee relatively low to the ground. 3, 2, 1, tight. Rest there, 30 seconds. That first round might not have felt like a great deal. Okay, it's not going to have felt too difficult. Okay, but now we're going to do it dynamically. So we're going to do the press-ups now as a T press-up. Okay, so we've got that rotation at the top. We've got 10 seconds before we go, so we've got 30 seconds of push-ups, guys, okay? Doing it dynamically means we really need to control what's going on through the core, the midline. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, away we go. We press and turn and rotate. Press, turn and rotate. All the time, making sure that my hips don't sag towards the floor, that I don't cheat the deck. I get all the way to the deck, and I push and get a full turn and rotation at the top. Good. Keep pumping up the reps. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1. We're now over onto our back, and now we work into that rotation. Okay. So I'm fully extended through one leg, pulling the other knee into the chest, getting the elbow to touch the knee, and then switch and switch. Keeping the lower back pinned to the floor all the time. If we're struggling with extending the leg and not having our back come off, we're just going to shorten how much we pedal. Okay? Good, keep moving. 3, we get onto our feet in 2, 1, up we get into our split squat jumps on the same side. There's no switch. We're going to hammer that one leg, and we're making sure that we're using that lead leg as the piston leg. And all the time with the jumps, I'm trying to control that knee position. Good. Height's not super irrelevant. We just want that tension. 3, 2, 1, and we switch. Trying to make sure we're not pushing off the back leg, so we shouldn't be jumping forward across the living room. We're going straight up and down. Good, keep working. Last 10 seconds. Good. Making sure the chest doesn't drop on the landing. We don't want to collapse into that landing. 3, 2, 1, that's time there. Rest, rest, rest. That escalated quickly, didn't it? Good stuff. Okay, so we're going to repeat that entire cycle, okay? So in 15 seconds, we're going back to the press-up hold. Now that our breathing rate's elevated, doing isometrics, we have a tendency to hold our breath. It's really important that you keep breathing throughout, okay? It's just going to get gas here. 3, 2, 1. Go down into that press up hold. Keep the core tight. Keep pushing hard into the floor. Think of exerting as much force as you can into the ground, okay? Create as much tension through the body as you can. Squeezing through your core, squeezing your glutes and your quads, and locking out through the arms. Pushing hard into the floor. Don't let gravity have an effect. Don't let your hips sag or push high to the ceiling. Roll over onto the back for the hollow hold. Trying to control that breath. Keeping the core tight. We don't want the rib cage to expand and open. We keep it pinned down. I shorten the lever as much as I need to keep my lower back flat and my rib cage down and my head and shoulders lifted off the floor to create that mechanical tension through the midline. 3, 2, 1. Up onto your feet for the split squat hold. So if you want to do it as a rear elevated, you can. You just don't want to sit on that back leg. You don't want to feel the tension across that back hip on the front. I want the load to be through this front leg. That's my squat leg. 10 seconds to go. Create that tension through the body. If you're holding a load, keep your chest up, keep your core tight. 3, 2, 1, and we switch. Down and hold. Pull yourself back and down into that position so we can get the hamstring and the glute engaged, as well as pushing into the floor to stop us dropping any deeper. So I'm pulling myself forward into that position. Stay strong and tight. We're nearly at the rest point. You've got 10 seconds. Remember, we're pushing through that front leg, not sitting on the back. 3, 2, 1. Time there. 30 seconds of rest. And now we're going to make it dynamic. So we've got our T press ups. All right, we've got those T press ups which can be done on your knees if they need to be. Okay, we've got about 10 seconds to go. So here comes the dynamic press up. Maintaining good postural control. Down we go. 3, 2, 1. We push and we rotate at the top and we just work through those reps. If your press ups are starting to sag on the way up, just drop to your knees and keep the reps going. All the time being aware of the quality of the movement and how we're balancing in that T position. Good. Keep working on through. And time there, rolling over onto the back and into the air bike. Remember that lower back stays flat to the floor. That dictates how big we cycle with the legs. Good. Keep moving, keep breathing. Remember, we've got these gassy jumps to finish. Good. 3, 2, 1. We're up onto our feet. We're into those jumps. Absorbing down into that position and then off the floor all the time, making sure we're not jumping on a tightrope. Feet stay about hip width apart so I can jump straight up and down. Good, stay with it. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Minimize that transition. Remembering to keep that distance. We don't want that distance to shorten as we jump. We've got most of that load sitting in the front leg. The back leg is just a stabilizer. It's not really doing a great deal. Stay with it. Last 10 seconds. Good. 3, 2, 1. Time now. Whew. Trying to talk and do it at the same time. It's proving quite difficult. Good job, guys. Well done. Use this time to get your breath back. Have a little walk around the living room or wherever you're doing it. Because we're going to do exactly the same thing one more time. So twice through the entire block. Okay? And we go in. We got about a minute before we go. Just make sure you're getting the drink on board. Just remember, guys, okay? Use the variation that allows you to do it well. Okay, so with that press up hold, if you're really struggling, if you're shaking like a dog out of the poo, drop to your knees. Okay, same with the hold, only extend out as far as it's comfortable to keep your lower back flat. And with the split squat hold, you're either doing it on the floor with your foot elevated, or you can add some load, or any combination of those things, but use the one that allows you to work through it. Exactly the same concept with the dynamic stuff. Okay, so we're going to do our press up hold in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, down into that hold. We're pushing hard into the floor. Keeping the core tight so we don't see our hips raise. We don't want to be coming out with our press up too high. Keeping our pelvis tucked and squeezing my quads, squeezing my glutes, pushing hard into the floor. Keep moving, keep breathing. Stay fixed in that position. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. We roll it over into the hollow. Trying to control your breathing at this point. And remember to shorten that hold as much as you need to. So you can play around with keeping the knees over the hips. Try extending your arms, keeping your hands being close to your body and playing around with extending the legs. The legs are obviously heavier, so they'll create a bit more of a stress much quicker. 5 seconds and we're up onto our feet for our split squat hold. 3, 2, 1, up we go. Doing that split squat position. I'm dropping my back knee to the floor. It's just hovering just off the floor, and I'm being pushed away from the floor by my front leg. I'm pulling myself into a forward position so that I know I'm really loading that front leg. And remember, you can do exactly the same thing here. Okay, but we're not passive and relaxed through our midsection and upper body. We're creating tension, switch there. All the time I'm making sure I'm not sitting on the back leg and stressing the quad and the hip flexor. I'm loading that front leg. That's the break, that's my squat leg that I would use. So I'm pushing hard into the floor. Good, stay with it, last 10 seconds. Control your breathing. 3, 2, 1, that's time there. 30 seconds of rest. 30 seconds of rest, and then we're going to work into the dynamic portion where we're going to do that T press up. 30 seconds goes so fast. 10 seconds. So remember, you're on your knees or your hands and toes. Here we go. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We press and rotate. Keeping the core tight all the time. Dropping down to my knees if I need to maintain good pelvic control. So I'm not having my hips sag at any point through the movement. And keep working through those reps. 5 seconds. And remember, we're going to rock down and over onto our backs now and into the air bike. And just remember, with the air bike, I'm only going to extend my legs as much as I can, keep my lower back flat to the floor. Good. Make sure you're controlling your breathing. You've got those gassy jumps to come. Bring them at great pace, buddy. Oh, I've got some real troublemakers on the Instagram channel. My gosh, I'll be dropping you a message later. Here we go, onto your feet for the jumps. Let's go. Bring those split squat jumps. So at this point, if you're struggling with those jumps and you need to just turn it into a lunge, you can do, okay? Just keep those jumps going. The height of the jump isn't important. It's the rhythm and the absorption of your body weight coming down that's important right now in terms of getting work done. Switch legs, guys. Making sure that we're not just staying high and turning it into a bit more of a springy jump. We want lots of amplitude going down to come back up. Good. Making sure we're controlling the landing, we're not collapsing when we land. 5 seconds, guys. Keep those reps going, try and control that knee position. Add time there. 30 seconds of rest. And then we've got one more round. Remember, 30 seconds isn't long. That's half of that rest gone already. Five seconds, we're back to our press up hold. The last time you're doing it today, here it comes. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Control your breathing if you can. Don't let your chest or hips touch the floor. Stay away from the floor. Keep pushing hard into the ground. That was not much. Keep going, guys. Last 10 seconds of the press up hold. 3, 2, 1. We roll straight over into the hollow. Using this time to control our breathing, making sure that your lower back stays flat, pinned into the floor, and only doing as much extension as your lower back will let you do. We don't want that gap to appear underneath your lower back. 10 seconds to go. So remember, we're playing around with the length of that hold, shortening it where I need to. 3, 2, 1. We're up onto our feet for the last block of holds. Either a normal split squat hold or a rear foot elevated, creating tension through my upper body, pulling myself down into that squat position. We look at that, it kind of looks like a squat on that front leg. That's how I know I'm getting the right amount of load through that leg. I don't want to feel it across the back leg through the quad. And switch legs. This is the last time we're doing the hold, guys. Pushing hard, even though we're not moving, we're actively trying to create as much tension as we can. I'm just trying to squeeze my butt to get me to extend forwards, but I'm not moving. I'm trying to take a bit of load off that back leg and relax it as much as possible. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, time there. 30-second break. And then we've got our last block of dynamic work. Press ups come first, okay? Those press up rotations. Let's get set and in position then, guys. 10 seconds till we start our T press ups. Get down and in position. Remember, don't falter on the quality. 2, 1, let's go. We push and rotate. Think about maintaining tension on the way down and exploding up and away. Keeping the core tightened, engaged, so that I don't leave my hips behind when I press. Drop into your knees if you're starting to fatigue. You've got 5 seconds, a few more reps. 2, 1, we now roll over. And we're into that air bike. Only extending the legs as much as we can keep the lower back flat on the floor. The rib cage should stay glued down towards the floor. They get an opposite elbow towards opposite knee. It might not touch. That's okay. Good. 5 seconds and we're up into the jumps. 2, 1. Up we go. The last time we're jumping in, guys. Making sure we're controlling what happens to the knee on landing. Okay? So it stays in line with the knee and And the ankle, the knee stays in line with the hip and the ankle all the time. And as we're landing, you don't want to collapse through the body. 3, 2, 1, we switch. Come on, last 30 seconds, let's go. Making sure that I'm getting somewhere close to my hold position before I jump. 15 seconds to go. Big finish, Mark, keep that chest up. Working hard all the way into the finish, guys, 5 seconds. Maintaining the quality. 2, 1, time. Great job. Mark's got a smile on his face, but Mark always has a smile on his face, no matter how hard we make it. So I can never tell. Well done, guys. Really well done. Have a little walk around, get your breath back, get your breathing under control. Nicely done. Pilates just uses a little method called peripheral heart action. All right, we're shunting blood from the upper body and trying to get it to shunt between upper and lower extremities, really, so that our heart rate ends up a little bit higher whilst we're struggling to do different forms of cardio. It's not exactly the same response that we get from going for a run or a bike, but that was 20 minutes of work there that has allowed us to feel a little bit hot, a little bit sweaty, and actually the isometric work is a great strength training tool as well. Okay, don't underestimate the mechanical tension that you put under there, especially if you've got some external load on the go as well. So nicely done. Well done. Okay, guys, into a little bit of a cool down now, okay? Just getting that seat on the floor. Just an opportunity to sit and relax. Good, and we're just going to start with a bit of a glute stretch, okay? So draw your left knee up towards your chest, pop that foot up and over your right, and then just hug it into your chest. And just use that elbow as an anchor point to sit up nice and tall so you're not dumping into your lower back, and you should feel that stretch coming up and around the glute. Good. Release and switch. Switch sides, so right knee into the chest, hugging it in with the left arm, and using that elbow and the anchor point to draw yourself up nice and tall. Good job. All right, and release. And we're going to come over onto all fours. Starting in a nice flat back position. We're just going to tuck our chin, push the floor away, and create a big curve through the lower back, into the spine completely. Return back to neutral, and go again. Tuck the chin in, push the floor away to spread the shoulder blades, and tuck the tail between the legs, and flatten back out. Good. From that position, let's come up into a back into a presser position. I know we've had enough for that today. So we're just going to come up into a downward facing dog. Again, pushing the floor away, hips high to the ceiling, stick the tail up in the air, and slowly, just with the knee slightly bent, just pad one heel down to the floor at a time. Feel the stretch through your calves, through your hamstrings. And you're looking through towards your navel, through towards your hips, trying to keep the back nice and flat. Good, nice and slowly, back through into that presser position. Drop the knees, and then take your knees outside of the width of the hips, bring your toes together. Shrink your hips back towards your heels and down into a child's pose. Okay, trying to walk your hands as far away from your hips as you can, whilst keeping the weight pressed back through towards your heels. Take a couple of breaths here. Then come up onto your fingertips with your hands. Imagine you've got bowls underneath your hands and you cup in them. Okay, and then just look up at your hands and try and get your chest to drop through towards the floor. Good. Relax the hands and slowly walk yourself back up to a half kneeling position, go into a kneeling position and up into a half kneeling position. And we're just going to get a little bit of a stretch for the knee that's on the floor for that hip. Take your hands up into the air and slowly use that front knee as a driver to move it forwards and get that stretch across your back hip. Good, and then bring your hands down and in front, just either side of your foot. And all we're going to do now is using that front leg, we're just going to straighten that leg to allow the hamstring to get a bit of length in, and relaxing through my upper body. My knees now driving my leg towards being straight, so I can get a little bit of a dynamic stretch into my hamstring. Good stuff. Then we swap and change. The back leg becomes the front leg. I sweep my hands up towards the ceiling, and then I'm going to use my knee as the driver to move forwards and backwards, so that that back leg, I can feel the stretch in the front of my head. Good, and then I bring my hands down to the floor, and then using the front knee again as a driver, but I'm driving the knee to extend the leg and make it a little bit straighter. You're just going to stop when you feel that length in the hamstring. Perfect, guys, and we are done. That's it for a Tuesday. Thanks for joining us. This workout will be up on the story for the rest of the day. We'll repost it again tomorrow once it's expired. All right, so if you have missed it and you want to do it again, or you want it as a resource to do it at some later date, it'll be available for you. It's been nice to see some names I haven't seen for a while popping up on the views today. Good to have you with us, you bunch of reprobates. And I hope you're all safe and well physically and mentally. If I can be of any assistance in any way, shape or form with training or lifestyle or nutrition or sleep or anything that's going to help you make you feel like you're doing things a little bit better at this time, then please reach out and let us know. But guys on Instagram, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to have a quick chat with Mark because he's still on Zoom. But cheers and see you all soon.